Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
I am ill with the flu. I am sleep deprived. I've had missed time off work because of how bad I feel.
You should have just stayed at home.
I'm very tired because of the flight things that I've had to go through. Yet I wouldn't have missed last weekend for the world.
Lovely.
And it turns out we have lots of American fans, many of whom are very talented, and many of whom really appreciate the storylines we have on this little show, such as Puppet Jack no longer being part of the show because he's been signed by 205 Live.
Is what you're about to show 100% custom, or is it something else that's just got a Cultaholic branding on?
It is 100% custom.
That's amazing, that.
I believe, apart from the logo of the company it's made by. But the nice fan art has been done. Look at that.
Look at the state of that.
Look at that.
Lifelike.
Because, yeah,
That is dreadful. That.
that's great. So,
It's good effort. Whoever did, who was it?
I forget his name.
I'll find them on Twitter. Yeah, because
because
it
he
is
was rather
impressive.
embarrassed when I said, I'm going to bring this on the podcast.
No, it's very. I'll find them on Twitter. Thank you, sir, for the
God,
puppet.
let's just call him.
God,
Crafted by the
God.
hands of God.
I don't know.
And for him, because God knows not enough people in America said it to me, if you like a lot of StarCast in America, buy this shirt. There we go.
Very good.
It's good enough. So rather than turn this into Matthew discusses his amazing trip and
No,
life
no,
is
let's
great
hear
and
about
screw the
it,
UK.
Let's hear about the stuff that we
okay.
didn't pick up on just with our Fight TV passes and whatnot. Take us behind the scenes, Matthew. Because I flicked it on Saturday morning, I think it was. And within 2 minutes, Tony Schiavone was talking about his 2-inch cock, and then Medusa was grinding on him.
Yeah, I was
So I
really
can
worried.
just only imagine what was like backstage if that's what we're getting in front of the
Well,
cameras.
all right. Got the flight the same day as the event, which in the future I will be big league Mafu in the future if something happens again, because again, sleep deprivation is not a cool thing. So I'm like, all right, I'll land, I'll get some sleep, and I'll be all rested. I'll have a 2 hours sleep, I'll be power. As soon as my phone gets signal, which thank God it did, it says, Jeff Jarrett needs to see you. No,
Sounds
no,
quite
really.
ominous,
That
like.
actual Jeff Jarrett, not Chicago's #1 Jeff Jarrett tribute band. No, the actual Jeff Jarrett. I went, okay. And I go along and actually bump into him because he's doing that thing where he's like, I'm very politely walking past you guys, but you know, I can't say hello right now. And I went, hello, Jeff Jarrett. Apparently you're supposed to see me. He turns around and goes, are you Matthew? I'm like, oh no, this is real. He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm getting the panel ready. And by the way, we've been told, it even says in a little picture, there will be an hour-long Botchamania video. I was like, oh, all right, better make it then. And so I decided, like, an hour, like, if the panel's going to be an hour or an hour and a half, what it was supposed to be, then it'd be better to have some interaction. So I'll do a half-an-hour video and then just have a load of clips and we'll spin a wheel. Wherever it lands on, we'll watch, like, a TNA clip or a WWE clip. And he went, that's a great idea. As soon as I get there, Jeff Joe's like, have you got anything that's in copyrighted? And I went... Jared, even
Obviously
the
a
font is copyrighted.
Obviously a big fan, just Jeff, of your work.
Oh, I never miss it. It's a great accent, by the way. Sorry, Americans watching this. So it's just like, I'm like, everything. Do you know the show? And he was, all right. Well, they're like, you know, any small companies. I went, yeah, some indie companies, but you know, they own the rights. He goes, don't worry about it. So I was like, all right. So after the weeks of build up, me cacking it, going, is this clip right? Is this clip right? I think we showed 6 clips. But I'm like, yeah, whatever. Brought it down, and I was just like, you know, I'll go get my laptop. And it's just like, by the way, I just want to say it's a pleasure speaking to you, Mr. Jarrett. And he was like, go get your laptop, kid. So I was like, all right, fine. And we went backstage for the bit. I was like, all right, so it's Tony Schiavone. I'm like, hello, sir. Pleasure to meet you. I thought you might be, you know, a bit of a stick in the mud because I don't know you very well, but I heard your podcast and how you love Blue Chew and how you love, you know, you've lost weight, so you've lost 2 inches here, so you've gained an inch down there. So I was like,
The sex works now, apparently, doesn't it?
well, the crowd popped every time, so yeah, keep it coming, Tony. Don't listen to them. And yeah, Dave Pence is there.
That's his announcing style, isn't it?
Yep, that's him.
That's what
Pretty good, actually.
That's what still you talk about. If like DDP's going, no DDP.
It sounds like the Kill Bill.
Yeah, I don't know what Pence looks like.
Yeah, who's he look like? He's just got like he's
a
like the guy
dude.
he's like Stevie Aaron, but better.
Stevie Aaron.
Like somebody who's
What
seen the
a guy.
Bada Bing in The Sopranos. And So that's happening. And then Dom West was so Valor's, let's get ready to watch the Botchamania panel. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, all right, I'm still asleep on the plane. None of this is real.
Sounds like some kind of fever dream, yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, ha ha ha. Jeff Jarrett's talking about this. Of course he is. And as I said, Jeff Jones was doing the management. And that's Jeff Jones, who was Mike Awesome's manager in ECW very briefly. Because he wasn't wearing his gallows. I didn't recognize him. Also, it's 18 years later. And yeah, Casio Kid comes on.
Shouts a lot.
Talks about dogs.
I smoke weed. No, you don't. You're too hyper for that.
He was trying to,
too hyper.
relate to the people. And I'm like, smoke weed and watch wrestling?
I smoked weed about 6 months ago. I was talking to my dog. What?
That wasn't weed, sir.
Thank God for Ron.
Ron's
Ron, though. That's the first time I've heard him speak, and what a lovely voice.
He's got a great voice.
I
Ron
wish he
Funches.
could read me bedtime stories.
Ron could literally say Ron could order a bus ticket and be hilarious with it. I mean, amazing,
Yeah.
very friendly, awesome dude. He's exactly what when I grow up, I want to be Ron Funches.
Right.
Tony Schiavone comes on, huge reaction. It's Tim. It's the voice of childhood. It's we're live, pal. That's Jim Ross.
That's Jim Ross, yeah.
No,
Greatest
Alpha
night in
Puts in the
history.
Seats.
Greatest night in history.
Busting
also, yeah.
seats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I went up and huge reaction, lots of chants. And I sucked beyond
You
belief
didn't suck,
because I was
Matthew.
so tired.
Stop it.
I was just like, this is going to be great.
Obviously,
It's going to be like a night with Mafu. Like a sign's going to come down and fight Mafu. Like I'm Prince Nassim Ahmed. And yeah, and I was just like, hey,
We're touching
good to
each
be
other,
here
aren't
at
we are
at
touching each other a
Starcade.
lot.
Yeah,
What
right.
are your trackies there? Is that a football team?
Yes, it's Denmark.
Oh, lovely.
Sale on classic football shirts. So I'm Danish now.
Um,
No, as I said before we
Awesome.
started rolling the cameras, you dealt well under the
Yeah,
circumstances.
you did.
And like I
did.
said, I'm very critical because I'm like, there's been a
'Cause
lot
it's
of
you.
hype here, and it's just probably the biggest thing I've ever
Just
involved
be an
in.
arsehole, man.
And, okay, I'm being an arsehole. The crowd was heaving. There were so many people there.
That's a good thing.
I mean, I'm like, awesome. It doesn't matter if it sucks. We've already got the money. And, joke. But yeah, and afterwards, people in Chicago were like, hey, you were great. I mean, I said I was terrible because, yeah, but you're the botch guy. I went, oh, yeah, right. Yeah, of course. So, yeah, what an experience. And Cody Rhodes decided to storm the stage. Huge reaction. I'm like, all right, cool. So it's going to be the Crossroads, right? And no, he was just going to share the story of that referee tried to F on me. Ted DiBiase Jr.
Ted DiBiase. stuff.
Yeah, because he was telling the story. He goes, I know this tag match. I've definitely used it. And he said, oh, yeah, that story. And then Scorpio Sky and Brandy Rhodes are with him. Scorpio Sky is lovely. And he's like, hey, I'm never on these videos, right? And I'm like, yeah, there's that one time and you and Scott lost. No one cares. Three people care. And then Brandy Rhodes is like, hey. I'm like, oh, you don't watch the videos then. That's fine, Brandy.
Brandy's a very nice woman.
She's lovely.
She had a match.
Not in the ring.
I saw her match once for WCBW against Prince Amin. It was just wonderful.
Oh dear.
No, it was right. The match was
Oh, dear.
No, the match was going on right, and then she does like a crossbody off the apron or something. No, don't do that. Looks really bad from this angle. She does like a crossbody off the apron or something. Amin's got it. You're not even listening to my funny story.
Go on, your funny story. Goes on the turnbuckle.
Amin catches her. Don't write. I'm not telling the story, Matthew.
I'm listening. He's not.
Put it down. This is going to be a hindrance to the podcast.
Put him down.
Put him down.
You're just worried about
That'll
New
look
Jack.
dodgy from like the angle the camera's at if you just take that puppet and put it down at your crotch.
Brandy
like that.
Rhodes does a cross body off the apron. Prince Amin catches her. They spill into the front row, right over the guardrail. You were there.
Yeah, this was
No regrets, maybe.
yeah.
And I hear a laugh from Gorilla. I'm sat at the production desk. Turn round. Whose head sticking through the curtain, laughing at his own wife. It's bloody Cody Rhodes.
Well, I don't know if we can say this, but he came up with most of the spots in that
Oh,
match,
afterwards.
which included Prince Amin hands going places.
To be a creepy heel. Yeah.
Cody
to be
Rhodes
fair,
called that.
To be fair,
Imagine that. Go on. There's me wife.
afterwards, he was like, afterwards, he gave him a little talk. I walked past and he was like, "You told a story. You did a good job. Give me that. You've ruined the podcast. Give me that now. Right. We'll have him for the outro.
He's
we'll have him
emoted.
later on." Cody was very nice to his wife and to Prince Amin afterwards and told them they'd done a good job because they had the crowd on side. And you know what else was a match that had the crowd on side throughout? Cody Rhodes versus Nick Aldis.
Yes, that's right, Jack.
What was the pop like, Matthew?
Deafening. Because I was worried because 10,000 people in one arena, they're all sat down, right? So it's not quite the same atmosphere as you get on an ICW or Progress because
Yeah.
maybe less people there, obviously, but they're all stood up. And they're all
Are you saying there should be safe standing at wrestling events now?
No.
Against modern wrestling.
No. But bear with me, it gets better. But they were all there for nearly the exact reason, either because they watch being the elite, whatever stuff, like, New Japan, all the
Ring of
companies were
Honor.
involved. I'm not going to list them all.
Ring of
But,
Honor.
yeah, Ring of Honor. And so they were all chanting at the same time. They're all making noise for the exact same things. So the pop for Cody Rhodes winning the title was as big as Cody Rhodes just making his entrance.
The
Just
pop
Cody
for-
Rhodes is just mega
Pop
over.
for Pharaoh, the dog.
Oh, maybe it was the dog.
But I mean, you might not have seen much of the show back. Have you watched any of it back? Because you were there.
No, I was there.
Right, so the guy.
No, I watched the last few minutes because, yes, they famously went out over time. But I didn't mind the main event going 10 minutes because it was all action.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to see you hear the guy going, "Hey, Nick, we've got 30 seconds.
But that's not what
30 seconds, hurry up!" And then they do the finish.
We'll see you next
And
week on
then
Nitro.
And then Phoenix
Yeah.
kicks out, and they're like, "Right, do it again."
It was proper WCW. It was
They're like,
class.
"Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for that."
Yeah.
That was it.
But I was going to mention, there's a lad in a pink hoodie on the front row who is just
Off his tits.
for the last 3 matches or 4 matches.
He's essentially doing Damien Sandow or Mizdow.
Every time someone threw a punch, he'd go. It's genius. It's a bit distracting, but on a second watch, it's pretty good.
I'm astonished at an event like this there was a fan trying to get himself out.
The whole damn thing was fans trying.
Unrelated, Frank the Clown was really nice.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
No.
he's a really
He-
nice
he
fella,
knows
you know.
it.
I've just spat everywhere there. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Spat everywhere. He's a really nice man, Frank the Clown.
Met him in Florida. Yeah, we met him in Florida, and he was absolutely lovely. And
Oh,
he
no,
gets a
wait.
lot
This,
of-
he's despicable.
He's had his
That
pants,
Frank.
his pants pulled down by Jim Cornette on Twitter in the last couple of days I've seen.
I think Frank's playing the heel. He knows what he's doing.
Might just be working the
Oh, no,
elbow.
no. Americans like this term, and it's very surreal. He's a diddler.
No.
So how many
Hey,
times?
Matthew, do you like that match? What a diddler.
How many times?
No, I don't. I'm like, oh, wow. That's so great. Oh, yeah. So thank you to all the people that saw me. I know as I said, Savio Vega and DX to the rest of the crew here, but
No.
you were great. I had no bad
That's Sam,
experiences
that
with
man.
people.
Not joking.
He
We're
might,
all the
he
same.
might be editing this. just kidding.
Yeah, there we go. Say, just cheering on Sam. It's great. Like,
Well, it sounds like you've had a proper class time.
absolutely. I could honestly talk for an hour about how great it was, but I know that might be boring to some people. So you can see me at Manchester Media Con and talk about me.
Wrestling Media Con in Manchester.
We call it Manchester. Yeah, but that rolls off the tongue. Manchester Media Con.
It does. Yeah, we're there on. That's a bit of news, isn't it?
Oh, we're there as well.
We're there on Saturday and Sunday.
You're somebody angry.
We're-
I'm bloody there.
we'll be doing. We'll be meeting
Meet and greets.
meeting and greeting.
We're doing
We'll
a
be
show
doing
with Wrestle Talk
a show with
TV.
Wrestle, who seem insistent on calling us out still, even though we've won.
Yeah.
It's weird. We'll be doing a show with them. We'll be having some bants. They've been learning a lovely dance routine. They've been taking it very seriously by the looks of it on Twitter. They've been going to a professional dance instructor. Luke Owen was sweating his arse off. He really put an effort in, so fair play.
Wow. I'm very hyped to be going to Manchester Media Con this weekend.
Wrestling
Wrestling
Media
Media
Con.
Yeah, don't use alliteration.
Details at Wrestling
That's
Media
for
Con.
Wrestle Talk.
Details at WrestlingMediaCon.com. Also, Meltzer's going to be there.
Meltzer at Manchester Media
He's
Con.
the
It's
headline.
great.
The headline act of the Wrestling Media Hall of
I
Fame.
think he is.
Impact will be there. Rev Pro will be there. There'll be all kinds of wrestling. There'll be wrestling. There'll be media, and there'll be a convention.
There'll be con.
There'll be con. It's gonna be
Thanks,
good.
Jack.
It's gonna be a wonderful weekend.
You sound fake. You sound
No,
faker
it
than the
is.
puppet.
It's gonna be class because we're gonna get some interviews and some lovely content for the folk. I'm trying to think if there's been any. All the news has been all in.
There's been news today from Big Dave that apparently Daniel Bryan signed a new contract.
Yeah.
There's some news for you.
There's been news as
Yes.
well from Big Dave that apparently, and this is heartbreaking. Well, this will work. That the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, could be returning in Saudi Arabia. Have you heard this?
I've heard people rumor and speculate that it could happen. I'm like, I don't see it.
Meltzer
And I
said
think
it
it's
now.
going to be,
He says it's not. According to Meltzer, and we all know that no one's ever 100% accurate with these sort of things, so it might not be true.
yeah, but he's more right than wrong. So
He reckons that it's going to be Shawn Michaels' return in Saudi Arabia on November the 2nd, I think, and it's going to be not a singles match, which to me means DX versus.
okay. If it's going to be a multi-man, fair enough. If it's gonna
DX
be
versus
straight up
Taker,
singles.
and if Kane's not busy being a mayor, then maybe Kane, but Taker and Rusev, who knows? But it's just not what anyone wants to see, apart from the people of Saudi
Apart from
Arabia.
Saudi Arabian
Prince,
princes,
yeah.
Is Shawn Michaels still alive? They're like, depends really.
Oh dear. But yeah, it's just it's a bit of a shame if it's true because I'd be happy if he never came back just because it was a perfect retirement.
As he said, I think it was Kenny put a video where he said the exact thing. It was the perfect retirement. That's why he hasn't come back. But Raw this week, though.
Wait a minute, just Is Shawn Michaels one of the very few wrestlers that actually stay retired?
Yeah.
He had that bit at WrestleMania 32, didn't he? Where he was in his gear.
I mean, guess reffing, that's fine. Whatever.
He beat up the
He
New
beat
Day.
up the League of...
Sorry, the League of Nations.
Oh,
Gentlemen.
yeah, God, I thought you meant doing the referee for
28.
Triple H Undertaker. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
But he's not wrestled a match since,
yes.
and I think they're few and far between, which is what he said on Raw, which we'll talk about. I'm sure.
we'll talk about.
Anyone use Mae Young Classic kicked off?
Oh, yeah, I forgot it was happening.
Oh, you not watched it yet?
No, I
Do you
watched
mind
it.
Do you mind
Just
if I-
like,
all right.
No, go ahead.
Big Tegan won her match.
Yeah.
Really pleased for her.
I forgot what her real name was.
Nixon Newell.
Oh, I know now.
All right.
Yeah, she won the Shining Wizard, and I went, wow, it's nice to see that as a finish. And then everyone replied with all the people that have been using that as a finish, including Ann Cole.
Apparently, Shining Wizards are a bit of a funny move for wrestlers. You know, wrestlers have a weird sense of humor about certain things. Apparently, Shining Wizards are funny because you're just dicking someone in the face when you do it. Well, I mean,
thought of it like that.
Nixon
wouldn't
Newell
be.
dicking
She
someone
wouldn't
in
be
the
dicking
face.
someone in the
Dixon
face.
Newell.
But yeah, she beat Zatara,
yeah,
the Chilean woman.
Yeah.
Nixon was the right person to go over there. There was some other matches. Maiko Satomura is a pro, love her. She's class.
I don't.
What?
Because she beat Kelly.
Oh, do you like Killer Kelly?
Oh, absolutely.
She's good.
Lovely person from the Beck Stub.
Satomura is brilliant though.
And weirdly enough, yeah, former WCW competitor. He
Yeah.
even showed the clips and goes, yeah, well, I was nothing back then. Didn't even have a finish. It's just like, yeah, and it's weird thinking. I think someone tweeted about it, like, yeah, it's like the first person to wrestle for WCW and WWE still be active. Oh,
Really?
One
Wow.
other person. I think now.
Shawn Michaels. I never went to
No,
WCW.
Triple H.
Yeah, Triple
Had a
H.
push.
Yeah, Triple H.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might be
it
it.
must be Triple H. He's still active.
Someone will correct us with that. But...
AJ Styles, there you go. There's one.
Oh, there we go.
yes.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you, Ross, the walking encyclopedia.
Ha! Even I know that's a lie.
I just mean you're big.
Thank you.
Anymore-
I'm sorry.
You should batter each other now. Like a Baron Corbin Finn Balor feud, because one's big and one's not.
Yeah. How does it feel being so little, Matthew?
No, but to be fair, Skull
It
and
sucked in America, I'll tell you that. I know I've been doing cardio just to improve my physique and get rid of my gut. I look down and I'm like, oh, I'm crack addict thin.
to be fair, Skull and Okada did a one's big and one's not feud, and it actually worked. I loved that match. Thought it was class.
Yeah? I was like, whatever. Let's get this hour and done with because there's no way Skull's winning. And then, like,
He nearly won.
20 minutes in,
Oh.
it could happen.
Yeah,
oh, my
yeah.
God.
Is it the best Skull match ever? Not
Ooh,
against Ospreay.
good question. What's the best? Oh,
It's
all
probably
right,
an
you take
Ospreay
that
match
away.
or the Okada match.
Damn it. You're throwing me with the...
No.
I don't think I have one match where I go, yes, that's Skull's best match.
There's one more bit of news. Sorry, it's not. It's just a match I watched this week because I went on demand on Progress. It was Havoc versus Ospreay and their big blow off, and it was brutal. They
How long
hurt
did it
each
go?
other. About 35 minutes. It was long. 2 out of 3 falls.
Was it the last match?
Yeah, 2 out of 3
Didn't have
falls.
to, like, cancel the main event on the order.
2 out of 3 falls deathmatch sort of thing. And there's a bit where Ospreay and Havoc are gonna. Havoc's gonna do a Canadian Destroyer off a balcony through a table, and instead, and I think one of them retweeted it with "I am the table" because
Yeah, Ospreay retweeted because he loved. Ospreay sent me some stuff where he's died basically in a video clip, and I'm like, oh my God, you okay? Oh yeah, I love it when I mess up. Don't worry. I'm like, okay.
there's a bit of fan footage of it where Ospreay reverses it into an Essex Destroyer, and they both land horribly and fly apart because the table doesn't break. But they were both fine and carried on the match. And there's a little bit that I picked up on, and I'm sorry if I'm exposing the biz right now, but Havoc says something. You can't really make out what he says, but Ospreay goes, "No, you can do it. Trust me, trust me." And it was a lovely touching moment. Yeah. And then they both kill each other like horribly. I thought it was nice.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Come on. Is that your pick? We need to talk about last week.
I've done that
first.
before and it didn't win, so no. Oh yeah, what happened last time? Who replaced me? Was it Fraser?
It was Pachi. Fraser's gone. He was doing work
temp.
experience and now he's gone.
I tell him
He's
to
gone,
stay.
he's gone to uni.
I hope he's been fired.
Last week it was Pacitti and
He was in the Hall of Fame. Who voted for him?
Everybody.
Oh, carry on, Jack Corrin.
anyway, the winner, thanks to the people who voted, patreon.com/cultaholic.
So the choices were. we
Sorry,
should
the
say.
choices were
Little Lizzy.
Little
Little
Izzy.
Izzy. Oh, Izzy.
She won a belt last
Little
week.
Lizzie's that woman you rang
The
up.
boys are back in town.
Penny.
Boys.
Izzy. Mine was Vampiro. What was Pachi's?
It's
he
a
didn't-
knitted jumper, let's just say.
Yeah.
It didn't win.
Something from the Isle of Man.
Didn't win,
The
yeah.
winner was.
Shock and horror.
That's right. Thin Lizzy.
It's gonna be so out of focus
Oh.
that you have to put it next to Matthew for it to be in focus.
Oh, well, that's exactly.
I'll just show
He'd actually like that in real life.
He's up there.
There you go.
Yeah, Matt Striker bumped into me and knew my full name, which is very off-putting because he's very smart, that my striker.
It's Vampiro, by the way.
And he said, yeah, I love Vampiro. And he said, yes, Vampiro would love to have a conversation with me. To which I immediately cacked myself. I said, Christ, he's not here, is he? And he went, no.
After his
God. sterling
performance at Triple Mania, it's Vampiro. It's Vampiro all day. Oh, it was fantastic.
Oh, I'll tell you, like, a lot of Lucha Twitter accounts, because I check this, because people, retweet well, but like, we're furious at the fact that this Triple Mania, compared to the other years where, there was an earthquake going on in 2015, Kevin Gill and his pal didn't know anything because they weren't told anything on commentary. And, the whole Sexy Star incident.
Yeah.
This Triple Mania was all right by comparison. There's actually some really good moments there. But all that people were talking about was, where's my music? Where's my music? I'm not going to make a run in, even though I'm at ringside. I want my music.
And then his music was just back in black. It was just AC/DC.
But now
as he walked the 2 seconds to the ring from his chair, and then him farting. And I haven't seen him tonight.
I don't think
yet.
that was a phone. That was a cable getting
that was,
pulled.
Yeah, it was a seat.
How does it? No, see, but
It was
you could
different,
hear
like-
other noises, people walking around. You couldn't hear anything else. But when he stood up out of his chair, I know he's trying to make a fart noise or a thing now. Yeah, it probably wasn't, but he hasn't denied it.
Does he have to?
That's how the internet works now. You don't have to prove something's right. The other guys have to prove it's wrong. And I'm sorry, Vampiro.
But
the fact that you were shouting about abuse, ruining the entire show.
But it was important because once the music played, then the crowd knew it was time for him to get in.
Oh,
Vampiro.
10 out of 10 for my striker.
He did well, didn't he? Bless Matt Striker.
Vampiro
Oh, my God.
wants the music because he knows that it's the music that will get these people.
Oh. Again,
man.
Striker, look, sometimes he says some dumb stuff, but other times he's
tried his best.
greatly underappreciated for the effort he puts into this.
Two other things just briefly before we... Just two other things
what?
the Vampiro said. One was, you're not going to get worked punches like in other wrestling promotions. These are real. And also, this isn't like a lumberjack match in another promotion where the heels will only beat up the faces. You're going to get your ass kicked on the outside.
You've missed the pièce de résistance.
Oh, go on, Ross.
Where he went to strike you. You're probably one of the Me Too movement kids. It's like,
Oh my God! Yeah.
go back into your house, lock the door, never come back outside, you.
Don't tell me I'm not effing politically correct. And Striker's like, we apologise for language.
Don't
and then when
apologise
Penna-
for me.
And then when Penna's sister got hit with a tope, Striker's like, censored.
He ran over to check she was all right, to be fair. Abandoned in his commentary post in the process.
But enough about Vampiro.
What a man. I used to like
I
him.
love you,
So
Vampiro.
I used to love his theme. Was my favourite when I was in. What
Yeah.
a theme it was.
I love
Yeah.
the ICP.
Sorry.
This week's Hall of Fame. Matthew, who you got?
But Vampiro again.
You've actually... Is that true?
No, I think it's someone else. Because of how cool he was, and what a pleasure it was to meet him, and the fact that he marked out when he met me. Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn!
Jerry Lynn, God bless him. He was the referee. And he had that reputation for like having like Fear Factory and bands like that, and death metal bands, which apparently annoyed people backstage at ECW. So I asked him what music he listened to now, and he goes, mostly blues. I went,
Get out! He's ruined. But I didn't watch much of ECW like before, like back in the day when he was in WWE. So every time he used to appear, he'd just go, "Oh!" And you'd think, why is he doing that? Like not knowing any context.
Singing his music at ECW comes out to that at the right times, like da da da. But yeah, it just comes out to like Muzak, where you hit an elevator. Do do do.
I like Jerry Lynn. I think he's a class wrestler, or was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was one of AJ Styles' first big feuds. It was a weird feud.
NWA
You couldn't
TNA.
tell he was the heel and he was the babyface, but it was a good feud, good matches.
Pretty sure Jalen was the face.
Was he a nice man?
Because he's so nice.
Yeah.
And
Do you think he looks a bit like Kenny Omega?
Yes. He had his long hair.
Yeah, people used to say he looked like Chad Kroger.
Oh, from Nickelback. Oh,
If Kenny and Chad had a baby.
Yeah, there we go.
Jerry
A
Lynn.
very Canadian baby. And also, the time that me and my brother used to practice over and over again, one of my favourite matches of all time, Lynn versus RVD from Living Dangerously 99. I think it was the first one on pay-per-view. I think I'm right there. Where goes for Tornado DDT, looks like he's going to block it, an overnight suplex, turns into a big-ass DDT. Everyone does their big-ass DDT, where they flop over now. That was the first time we saw it. Me and my brother used to practice that on the big settee we have and just absolutely wreck the suspension. If couches have that, I'm not sure, but that one definitely didn't by the time we'd done that for 100th time. So yes, Jerry Lynn.
Very good. I've gone for just because I think that the aftermath of the match may have overshadowed his bravery and the fact that he nearly died several times, Joey Janela. Because some of the bumps he took, there was a burning hammer onto a ladder. There was the worst one was the power bomb off the steps because it missed the table. He was
The Spike Dudley table bump.
Yeah. There was the rite of passage off the ladder through it, which was actually really good. The match was class. I loved it, but Poor man. What a poor man.
I like, oh, it's gonna be really cool. Joey Jan's gonna die. Oh no, I was only kidding.
Yeah.
Don't die for real. When I saw him get ready to write a passage.
But also, he was really
God.
good. Penelope Ford was really good. That's one
Yeah.
of the, I think the first I've seen of her. Maybe
That was going to be my pick, but I've changed my mind now.
Oh,
just to make it
sorry.
a bit more varied.
All right.
No, Penelope Ford was going to be my pick. Catwoman with Stone Cold infused.
Yeah, she had this big stunner.
Amazing.
There was a really fun match, that one of my favourites of the night. And yeah, I just feel bad for him, but it's what he likes doing, isn't it? Joey Janela's
He's a
my
bad
pick.
boy.
He's the bad boy, but also big old face. Everyone loves him. And he rolled a barrel, or did he jump the barrel? There was a barrel spot. There was a Mario
He jumped
spot.
over a barrel, and me
Bloody-
and Keith. Yeah, me and Keith Lipinski with a doodle-doo.
I think it was deliberate. I think that was a deliberate.
Joey Janela likes his video games.
Let's do a Donkey Kong, yeah. Ross.
Farrow,
Right,
how
yeah,
you
fair
pronounce it.
enough.
What a good boy. Surrounded by many people who I'm, wrestling fans, aren't we? Horrible people, aren't we?
That's not true.
Kept his cool throughout the entire thing. Didn't see him get rustled one time.
Online, we are horrible. In real life, lovely people.
Apparently, Pharaoh was.
I hope so. Come Manchester.
He wasn't meant to walk out with Cody apparently, and it was last minute switcheroo. Cody was like, "Come with me, pal."
Oh,
That didn't phase
he
him.
got booked.
Yeah,
Pharaoh's having to drop backstage because
massive payoff.
I've been removed from the card.
I've not watched all of Being the Elite today because it's like 45 minutes long. I skimmed it, and there's a very good bit where they're watching on the monitors backstage as Flip wins the Battle Royal, and then it just zooms out of the monitor, turns, and it's Cody just going, "He's booked, all right, he's booked," and it's just like a nice payoff. I really liked it. I thought that Flip reveal was class. That
Yeah.
Battle Royal was class.
Because we're all going, oh, they kept saying it was the best battle royal they'd seen in years. And I'm like, yes, next to the one Defiant Wrestling did with
Oh.
Inflatable Kid Lycos and Simon Miller.
That was a Rumble, not a traditional Battle Royal.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah. In that case,
The No
best
Regrets
Battle
one was better anyway.
Yeah, the
Kirby
first one, the Kirby one was class.
That was way better than the second.
Pachi was in it.
I was in it as well.
Oh yeah, you were there.
I wasn't in it.
no, you weren't.
You
threw-
came, you
No,
made-
you came out with
I threw a bin.
You kissed Primate on top of his bald head.
Yeah, I
And
did
then,
some breathing exercises on top of the stage and then walked down.
and then ran to get away from the fans.
High birthday, Primate at the time.
No, I
of
ran
recording-
because
time of recording.
Juventud Guerrero was making his entrance and I had to quickly dive out the way.
Is that a sentence you ever thought you'd say in
No.
your life? Juventud
I've-
Guerrero.
I've missed time. I forgot to record because he put Scotty in the bin. I was meant to record it and put it in a video later on, but I forgot to record it. So I was just standing there doing that like a tit. And I was just like, oh, bollocks, I've got to now leave this ringside area and I had to run because Juventud was making his entrance. I was like, sorry, sir.
Buy juice.
And he just went, meh. Inaudible noise.
Well, to vote for your pick on the Cultaholic Hall of Fame, head to patreon.com/Cultaholic and you'll find our lovely options there.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
Wow, well, after all that excitement of All In, it's a great Labor Day episode of Raw.
I was not a fan of this Monday
I
Night
thought it was
Raw.
crap, me.
As
I was
in, it
not a
was
fan.
laborious to watch. Oh, there you talk over my pun. Let's just run this down and talk about it afterwards. The Shield got arrested after attacking Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. The Bella Twins defeated the Riot Squad.
We're going to discuss it.
Brie went off, and that is in capital letters for some reason. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeated the B Team to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions.
That was all right.
In capital letters, Drake Maverick. The Undertaker confronted Shawn Michaels. Kevin Owens crashed Bobby Lashley in Jinder Mahal's meditation session. I skipped that. Did that happen? Braun Strowman defeated Finn Balor, and then the Raw locker room attacked the Shield, who stole a police.
Now, I don't know if you've done this podcast before, Matthew, but when I make these notes, these are what I see as the highlights of the show. So we normally say the point and then discuss it a bit.
No, I didn't want to discuss anything. I just want to get out of Dodge.
I want to discuss it.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
'cause
What would you
I've
like to
got- I've got
discuss?
bones to pick.
Pick the bones.
So,
Play with the puppet.
first of all, that Bella match, right? Wow. Like, no, like, Brie Bella's, right? She's on both brands somehow. Have you noticed this?
Which is a
Sadly, I have, yes.
mainstream star. And like John
She's
Cena.
on 3. She's on Raw, SmackDown, and Total Bella Divas.
Yeah. And
Mrs.
she can't
Whatever.
dive. She can't do one.
This is the bone I had to pick. It was like
could.
she's been away for 2 years, had a child and whatnot, not wrestled, not even thought about wrestling, I would presume, apart from the Royal Rumble. Why have her dive? The
Yeah.
producers of the match, just like have her do things that are
She
easy.
can do, yeah.
Just like
Because Nikki can. Nikki can do all the stuff.
every match doesn't have to be Finn Balor flipping over the top rope and stuff like that. Just have her kick and punching
Well said.
for the first of the month.
You know things are bad that Mick Foley is saying, I'd rather not see you do something as dangerous as that. The man who fell off the Hell in a Cell It's
Did
calling
he?
you dangerous.
I mean, she's proved she can in the past. Just like we're 2 months, 2 years away.
Yeah.
Why do it so soon?
I think this is the we going. Do you really want Shawn Michaels back? This is what you're getting. You're not. HBK 1996 is dead, ladies and gentlemen.
Then that was annoying. The Shield thing. Can we? Did you make a point about this? About why is Kevin Owens suddenly?
Yeah, wait, it happened twice. So the Shield came down at the start of the show. The first wave of Raw superstars come out doing that, and then the second wave at the front and centre, running down there as quick as he can, is Finn Balor. Baron Corbin going, "Come on, boys!" And Finn's like, "Yeah, I'll do it for you, Baron."
Yeah.
All that feud's been a waste. And then at the end, Kevin Owens fighting on behalf of Braun Strowman.
I beg your pardon. Drew Gulak.
He was lost.
Drew Gulak was one of the first guys out to take them down. Like, yeah, get him, Gulak.
That was very strange.
Then you had the Authors of Pain halfway through the show. Sorry, Drake, the mascot, the new mascot they've got now, Drake Maverick. I didn't know what to do when I first saw
hate
that.
it when they
just
have new
appear out of nowhere.
mascots.
I like him as the manager. I don't like him having two jobs. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, that he should be one or the other.
But I like him as the manager.
Cultaholic or Russell.
It'll be funny like Plankton on SpongeBob or something like that sort of vibe.
Have you seen him on?
You have to pick him up and put him in the ring.
Have you seen his Twitter cover photo? His header. It's him and the Authors of Pain, but you can't see his head because you can just see his hair. It's really good. I'm glad that he's on Raw because I like him, and I think he's a good talker.
How bad was it that The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels on the show and I still... I don't care. Skip ahead.
Well,
I thought it was a good segment, mate. Although they
care.
they were there to hype one match and just put the seed in the brain of everybody to see another one.
How bad is this, by the way? If you're like, imagine if you're watching Raw for the first time and you're like, okay, the next big show is Hell in the Cell. It is also the Evolution all-women show. Oh, and it's also the Down Under show.
Are you on about
Right.
WWE having too much of that there content?
Yes.
Because they do. Way
Focus.
too much.
It was like a compass and a magnet factory. It was all over the place. And yeah, this was just naff. Can't think of any. Let's be positive.
the tag title change was all right, but I'm worried for the revival now because it was a deliberate Q jump by Drew and Dolph, and I think they're good tag team champions. But at the same time, I do worry for the revival because when are they going to get their shot now?
And of course, the big plot hole of the show was the fact that it was Labor Day and the courts were closed, so the Shield couldn't have been tried, convicted, or whatever the right word is, and then released. And not only released, but the police gave them the van to drive away with.
Hey, good boys.
I mean, yeah, look, I know it's wrestling and all this, but
But when other people go, Austin did it. Austin didn't steal a police van, did he?
yeah.
He stole like a beer truck and a Zamboni and stuff
You're allowed to
can't
steal
actually-
those.
Can't actually steal.
It's legal to steal those.
Yeah.
The thing that annoyed me the most, I think, was Owens is back now after 1 week
Yeah.
away. He was, I quit. I was like, this is going to be great. He's going to be CM Punk.
This was a good
He is
episode of
CM
Raw.
Punk. He came back way too early.
Well, yeah, but even earlier.
This was a good episode of Raw written by somebody who hadn't watched the previous 3 months of Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, Finn Balor and Braun.
I mean, it sort of makes sense because obviously Bobby put out Sammy and Sammy's the guardian angel and all that malarkey, but it's like it just came out of nowhere and was way too soon.
Yeah.
So
But I've got no interest in seeing Bobby Lashley beat Kevin
I've got
Owens.
no interest. My man. That's it. Now that's his gimmick. My man. You haven't watched it. He does an interview where he's talking about Jinder or Baron. He just calls Baron my man, and he goes to the ring at the Jinder. My man. That's him now. It's all fun and.
Please stop. Don't try and make that a thing.
They're trying to make him likable any way they can.
Yes.
So
No.
they had him be a really intense family man. Then they had him be a military.
Love my sisters.
Then they point out that he's a military veteran.
I love my army sisters.
Then now they've got him as like a classic John Cena type wisecracking babyface.
I love my man.
And now they've also, be careful, they've teamed in with Sasha Banks in the Mixed Match
I love
Challenge.
sausage pranks.
That's Bobby Lashley.
Great. Yeah, so let's not be too negative. Were there any positives of the show? Apart from, oh man, it's going to be Drew Gulak beating up the Shield.
The tag title change I thought was all right. And the main event was a good match.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that was good.
Balor and Strowman, so yeah. Yeah. SmackDown.
Dana Brooke left Titus Worldwide.
Oh,
There's a positive.
no, but it's
She
not.
missed it.
Because it was in a match with Sasha, Ember, and Bayley, and the focus was on Titus Worldwide. Something's wrong.
I thought it was a really poor episode of Raw this week.
It was.
Got to call a spade sometimes, and that was a spade.
SmackDown?
Was not a spade. Daniel Bryan defeated Andrade Cien Almas.
Andrade. How you know his name?
I never see it spelled, so I'm like, I'll just call him Almas because that's way
Andrade.
easier.
Andrade.
Andrade
Andrade
the Giant.
Yeah.
This little mini feud is. I mean, it's not a mini feud anymore, but the gaps in between Miz and Bryan got it for real. Yeah. Great.
Oh, they're
love
both
it.
really good wrestlers, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I think there's too much going on in this feud. Miz and Maurice getting involved.
Do you think so?
I got really confused with what was going on throughout this show. It was a good show, but I was a bit confused.
What
What
confused you?
There was a lot of moving parts. Like, he is Rusev and... No, wait. He is R-Truth and Carmella. He is bloody Miz and Maurice. He is... I was like, what's going on?
Almas and Vega at the end just came out of nowhere.
That's who confused me. That was it. I was like, why are they back?
That bit was confusing.
Yeah.
Especially since he just lost a match as well. It was like he had a double.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Can't say the word, can I? A double poor. He had a double whammy of losses on the night, which I thought was a bit weird. Just have him lose once.
But it was
And also,
decent.
another bone to pick. They're making people do things they're not comfortable with. I just can't do. Why have the man talk?
Who?
Almas, because I couldn't get a word of it, and
That's
it's
why
like
he's
it's
got a
not his
manager.
fault. I know he's not English.
I
Hasn't
could understand him, sure.
Could you?
Yeah.
I couldn't get a word of it, me. But it's why put him in that position when he's got Vega there to do the talking anyway?
Yeah.
It's like, why make them do these things? It's just weird.
So people going like, how dare fans shine? Why are people whose English isn't their first language, which is fair enough, but I'm going to be nice and say, well, he is a bad guy.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know, maybe there's a bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit poor taste.
I appreciate your effort, but boo. It's a bit harder to shout. Really. I can't speak a word of Spanish, but el boo. Rusev Day defeated the Usos in Sanity. Nice.
Yep.
They may have spoiled the final of the tag
blow
tournament
my
because
nose.
it's one of those ones where the venues advertised it or whatever, or WWE have advertised it.
It's not the Australia one.
Yes, it's going to be... I'm not going to say. in case
I was going to say,
someone
yeah,
doesn't
but
remember. I'm not gonna
have you
say.
seen they've spoiled it? It's
Yeah.
terrible.
But it's either Rusev Day or the Bar
Yeah.
against
New Day.
New Day.
R-Truth, highlight the show,
Aye.
defeated The Miz.
Yes,
Did in the main event.
In the,
R-Truth
in the
on main
Awesome
event.
Truth Derby.
How good is SmackDown when it's making you happy to see R-Truth?
Yeah, genuinely.
Love it.
He has been on fire last few
honestly,
weeks.
Just use just a bit.
R-Truth's in his mid-40s, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he
More
can
close to
still...
50 at this
and
point,
he
I
can
think, but
move
yeah.
like that. It's
Right.
insane.
He's got like 1,200 children as well. 1,200 children. Just speak words, Ross. He's got about 1,200 kids as well.
He did that big thing he does. You know, he does a normal clothesline, but he goes like that after it. It was like, how does he still do that? Former NWA World Heavyweight Champion,
From
R-Truth.
and tag team champion
What?
with Pac-Man Jones.
He was also the NWA Tag Team Champion. Wow. Cody Rhodes, eat your heart out right now.
That's it. He's the guy who's going to beat him.
Oh, who do you think is good? On a just brief little aside.
Apart from K Quick.
Get rowdy.
Well, I wanted James Ellsworth to beat Nick Aldis when he had that run.
Yeah, I watched that.
So don't
match.
ask me.
You know what?
Who's because being part of the NWA seems to be much more different than being, I don't know, a Ring of Honor guy or a PWG guy. It's just be that particular type of person. So I can't really think of the type.
If Flip Gordon turns heel, could be Flip, but that'd be weird.
Or Harry Smith, British Bulldog Jr.
Yeah. Probably a more realistic shout, but
Yeah, right. I'm thinking realistically. I want Big Daddy Yum Yum. I think he used to wrestle for the NWA.
Cheeks.
jeez.
He's dead.
Is he?
He's
No,
got to
is
be
he?
dead. I can't confirm or deny it, but I thought I was a betting man.
Oh,
Don't, people who are 600 pounds.
poor cheeks. Poor. I don't even know if he is.
Give a live update like CNN. Breaking news. Cheeks has been dead for 5 years.
I'm gonna feel so bad now.
Anyway, SmackDown was great.
Yeah.
So that's why we're not talking
Well,
about
I
it
think
too
it's
much.
I think it's a shame that Carmella is like friends with Truth now rather than like.
I think as friends, it was the fact that I don't like you.
She was
But
singing
you
along
said,
with her song.
who said what? Oh, I'll get him. It's great.
But I didn't like the singing along with the song, me. I
Oh,
didn't like that bit
What did he say? Was it second Carmella? Andrew said.
about Maurice.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
do you
the
call
other
it?
Carmella.
Other Carmella.
and we've forgotten a bit as well. Becky and Charlotte had a separate interview because it was two.
Oh,
Screw
yeah.
here, screw here.
Yeah.
I put a compilation. I put it back to back to back on Twitter last night. It sounds like she's saying "Screwy Hugh" the more you watch
Screwy,
it.
yeah. Screwy.
It's a nickname for Charlotte.
I know.
Screwy
Screwy
Hugh.
Huey.
Screwy. yeah.
As you know, backstage, there's another and the ongoing, never-ending feud of, can you cheer this person versus no? Can we cheer the person who sounds genuine? Because Charlotte's good in that.
I think they've definitely given up on heel Becky though, with that promo again.
If that's intentional, I hope so. I hope if they've gone, you know what, we were wrong. That's fine. All right, good for them.
I just think she's no nonsense now.
She's just being defiant.
We are.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, so SmackDown, great.
Yeah, it was good.
NXT was good.
Weird though. Kona Reeves
Yes.
already lost.
Got battered, yeah. But I really enjoyed the main event. It was Gargano against
Gargano?
Gargano against Velvet.
Oh, wait, man. I could blame for Andrade.
Gargano.
Small soldiers, in, wasn't he?
Against Velvet.
Probably pizza.
Oh, what was he called in Small Soldiers?
Archer,
No, the other one.
leader of the Gorgonites.
Are you a big fan of Small Soldiers?
Straight away.
I love-
You didn't even blink answering that question.
What was he called? Chip.
Directed by Joe Dante.
Chip.
Chipperson.
It was Chip, wasn't it?
Skylark.
Maybe Chip would make sense, I guess, but I don't know.
But yeah, it was Gargano.
Great film.
It was Gargano against Velveteen. I'm talking Dina. It was Gargano and Velveteen Dream. They had a really good match. Gargano is maybe one of the best tweeners I've ever seen in execution. He's really good at it.
He's conflicted.
He's hearing voices in his head.
They talk to me.
They talk to him.
They understand.
They understand. They say knee him without your knee pad on, and he tried to, and it cost him.
That's right.
And
He can't be Ciampa.
He's got to be himself. He's got to refine
That's
himself.
it. It's a
And
great
when
battle,
and
isn't
when
it?
he does, if he does, when he does, it'll be fantastic. Everyone will be buzzing. There was a lad in an Everton shirt giving him so much grief in the front row, but I think he was American because he walked past and he was shouting like, "Get his knee! Take out his knee!" And I thought he was like, "Get his bloody knee, lad! Go on!"
Well,
Get him.
Wayne Rooney's over there now, isn't he?
Is he? Oh yeah, Washington.
The damn blue nose prick. That's what they say down there in Liverpool, on the red half of the city. The blue nose.
Thank you, Ross. Nod and smile.
And 205 Live looks like we're going to see a feud between Noam Dar and Leo Rush in a battle of who can be the smuggest youngster around. It's gonna,
Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
it's going to be Noam. He might lose the match, but he'll be the smuggest youngster around.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Oh, it's mailbag time.
It's mailbag time. Again,
It's
I don't see these
mailbag
before
time.
they're read. Only Ross does. I think we've established that kayfabe bit. Question number 1. Diddler, diddlers, diddler, 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 diddler.
Yeah, right.
Diddler, 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 diddler. Translated, that means, do you think that at the moment... What? At the moment, WWE has too much talent. On the main roster, you have Kevin Owens, despite quitting. Yeah. The Shield, Strowman, The Revival, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Daniel... Oh, wait, man. YouTube doesn't like lists anymore. Daniel Bryan, Baron Corbin, just to name a few. I'm not even mentioning NXT talent yet. Good, thanks. How can you possibly put everyone over at once? Thoughts? Stiffy? Diddler? More Cultaholic references? Join us? Chris Saint.
She's Chris.
Thank you, Chris. I think you paid by the word there. Is there such thing as too much talent? I mean, yeah, you're right. You can't put everybody over, but, you know.
I think they do with the way they book their shows because they don't do it in the traditional sense, whereby they keep the stars away for a week. So when they come back, it's whoa, they're back. The top stars are on every single week, which means the bottom stars are never ever on. So in that respect, yes, they do have too many.
I also think that
Could rotate it a bit more, you know?
Yeah,
Rotation
okay.
policy.
it's a smaller brand to look at, but I think that there is a way to do it if you look at how NXT is booked, because lots of people in NXT still feel special, even though they're all good and it's a bit cluttered in terms of talent. I still think they managed to. I mean, you're still waiting on like Keith Lee to get his push and Riddle to start and everything like that, but they'll still manage to integrate them. I think they'll be fine because Triple H is a genius.
Yeah. I think if you organise your program, it could actually work.
Yeah.
Because other wrestling promotions have done this throughout the years. If you book it on the day of the show, it's going to look like a dog's dinner. So, hey guys, watching All In on Saturday night was the first time I have ever cried at wrestling.
Oh,
Watching Cody win his father's belt with Brandy there at his own event was super emotional.
yeah, the
You
emotional.
can find it's Flair's belt. Has there ever been a wrestling match, promo, or segment that has made you cry? Thanks, Rebecca from Durham. Oh, sweet.
Durham. Yeah.
Durham.
Land of the
That's
Prince
an old joke.
Bishops. Well done, you. The
Yes.
colour purple. More Durham things.
Bobby Robson is
Yeah.
from County Durham. Is that different?
No, that
Oh,
still
well,
counts.
I'll allow it. Mills Lane style.
What else is Durham? I lived there for 3 years. Go on.
Oh,
Cricket.
Aye. Paul Collingwood.
what from County Durham, Darlington? Trains.
Trains.
Very
Oh, is that
vicariously,
on
yeah.
the national realm? Oh,
Total Biscuit, R.I.P.
Oh, yeah, Total Biscuit.
And
yeah.
the last who won, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Which one?
The last one. Not all of them.
Who was it?
A Northeasterner when I'm a celebrity.
Yeah, I think. I
Oh,
didn't watch
Scarlett
it.
Moffat.
Yeah, there we go.
Aye.
I
Oh,
remember her name.
5-star wrestling Scarlett Moffat.
She was there, wasn't she?
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
in
yeah.
the photo,
Because
wasn't
for some reason, let's just talk. The Evening
This is
Chronicle.
about her, yeah.
The Evening Chronicle, every single wrestling related article they do, that video is in there if they're running a 5-star wrestling.
Yeah, because they want people to click it. And Times crying at wrestling.
I don't think I've cried at wrestling.
It's really hard for me to watch and not cry at Macho Man and Elizabeth getting together
Oh, lovely,
at
Matthew.
WrestleMania 7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 91.
No, wait. Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
What was 8? What did you do at 8?
Macho Man
Flair, wasn't it?
versus Flair.
Yeah, the retirement. No, when,
No, it
when
wasn't
he won,
retirement.
when he won, and it was
Yeah,
all,
he beat him and then Flair
because
beat
he
the title
lost
a
when
few
the
weeks
list
later.
7. Sorry, yes,
Yeah, because it's after Warrior match
yes.
and it's he's
I've
basically
complicated that. Sorry,
because that's yeah
just happy
that will
ending,
get
isn't
you
it?
there. You know,
Yeah.
like oh wow, okay. And again, it cuts to people crying in the
Did you
arena.
struggle when Jay Lethal and Brandy did it at all? In? When she was like, "What are you
With
doing?"
a tear in my eye. It's a horrible Flair impression. I'm sorry. So none for you. What about you, Ross?
You know when they do those interviews when someone's died? They used to do them back in the day where they just have the blue curtain behind them, do a little interview and talk about,
Yeah.
he means this to me and not to me, and you know.
And Regal's like, yeah, I knew Benoit was guilty.
What?
Oh yeah, that's a
Who's he,
terrible-
Benoit? Regal's one, and
Oh,
Benoit's
guys,
like, yeah, I'm going to reserve comment for now.
Yeah, it's
Does he?
proper. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
have you
yeah.
not seen that?
no, it's not.
no,
No.
you can't. You cannot see it on the network
On
because
the-
it's the best of.
I'll have to have a look
The
at that
Benoit
one.
Memorial
yeah.
episode, Regal just kind of goes like, "I'm not willing to say much at this time,
Yeah.
but yeah, he was the best wrestler." There you go, and that's it. It's really dodgy to watch. You're like, "Whoa."
He must have just found it. Because apparently they
Yeah.
found out half an hour before that show went off the air.
Yeah, it might
I
be
thought
wrong
that was
there.
during the year. I'm being told.
Yeah, so before
Yeah,
it went off air.
half an hour before it went off the air.
So during the show.
Oh right. Duh. Sorry.
Sorry.
So apart from Regal, anything else make you cry?
I don't want to be like pretending that I'm like, oh, I'm solid me, I never cry. But I struggle to at like films and stuff. So wrestling's the same for me.
I rarely cry apart from Blackadder goes forth last
Oh,
episode every
When
time.
Baldrick's scared. Oh,
So I'm scared. Oh,
Oh.
it is just oh.
he's got a cunning plan, but it'll have to wait. And then they just
Marley and Me.
Marley and Me.
That's the one that gets me.
Oh, I've been involved in dogs. Oh, and Toy Story 3, which I watched on a
Well,
plane.
when they thought
And
they were
that'd
all gonna
be
die.
and that'd be like this, like. Oh, it's a good flight. This
Monsters
man.
Inc. when he thinks he's never going to see Boo again. But I was young enough then that it was acceptable. Onions.
Waking up.
Watching Raw.
Ah,
Hello, thick daddies. Oh,
no.
So speaking of things that make me cry, these questions. If someone made a movie about Cultaholic, oh, this is gonna be a good question. Who would you cast as Ross, Adam, Sam, Jack, Matthew, and Jen? Also, what would be the title of the movie?
Oh, no.
I think Diddlers at Work
Absolutely not. That one's not
would fit
happening.
you guys perfectly.
Pornhub exclusive.
Thanks. No, I'm not looking for Diddler on Pornhub. Thanks for the great content sent by. Oh no, sent by. I do apologise in advance. Ayema Wanker. Oh, you.
Oi.
We're getting.
The
we're
kid thought it was Warren, babe.
You've just been served a case of ligma.
We're getting
Oh, come on, I'm not going to bother Ligma.
one of these a
Please.
week now, aren't we?
As I was just about, well, I worked at call centres. We get names like that. You can't go.
feel-
Is that your real name?
Do you feel like Mo Sislak right now after Bart just hung up on
I'm a big stupid moron. I just smell my own butt. Hey, it isn't a real name. Who'd you
Sorry.
cast?
Touched you again?
Who would you?
Fine.
Are we choosing like accurate or better versions of ourselves? Because in
First of all,
films,
who
in
would you
biopics and
want?
that-
Who would you want to play as your sexier, attractive version on the screen?
At school, I had the same haircut as Zac Efron did at the time, but obviously he's a Hollywood level
Yeah,
attractive man. But so I'd go by default, I'd go for Zac Efron,
Yeah.
which is an outrageous claim by me, but
We need to get someone that can be ID'd. So you or Tom Holland. Or Brian Alvarez
I've
could
been,
play.
I've been compared. I've been compared a lot to the lad who plays Peter in the Hunger Games as well.
What is Brian Alvarez, by the way?
About 12.
Because he looks like a student who just got off a gap year from in the depths of a rainforest at Starcast.
He came down
bloody
Podcast
shit.
Alley, by the way, as it was called, and he came down. I was just shouting, "It's Brian Alvarez! It's Brian Alvarez! He's so cute. He could kill you with his bare hands. It's Brian Alvarez." And he went, "Thank you, Matthew."
Yeah, right. I'm Brian Alvarez, right?
Walks up to promote. Yeah, sure, right.
No, just to move it on a bit more quickly.
Peter Kay for me.
Peter Kay for us.
Good actor as well.
Yeah, he is a very good actor. I love
Does that
Phoenix
thing on
Nights.
BBC One as well.
What?
That thing where he plays an old man from Yorkshire. I can't remember what it's called.
So we've gone for.
I haven't seen that.
Seen one
We've gone
episode.
I didn't mind him in the Doctor Who episode that Doctor Who fans hate.
So we've gone for. Wait,
I've
we've
seen
gone
it.
for Brian Alvarez,
Yeah, whatever.
Peter Kay, together in the buddy movie of the summer.
Thingy Merchant would be Pacitti.
Oh, absolutely.
Stephen
yeah, there we
Merchant.
go.
Yeah,
No.
it would. Yeah, of course it would. Sam.
Or Steve Coogan being Partridge.
Sam would be.
Yeah, that could work actually.
Who would Sam be? He's
The
there.
lead singer from the Misfits.
Okay. Just 'cause
Danzig.
It's a punk band.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Sam gets compared to the lad of Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
Samuel Tarly.
Sam. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that.
Who would you be?
I'm trying to think of really disgusting looking actors.
Jen's an actress herself, so she can do it.
She can play me,
herself.
is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
she'll be you.
All right, and I'd be Jen.
Yeah,
Hey,
there we go.
perfect.
Sorted it. There we go. Right. Thank you.
We
Well, I
do
used to get DJ Qualls from Road Trip, but I'm no longer that attractive anymore. And he's still the same, so him plus meth equals me.
Right.
Hey, diddlers on the roof. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Love the podcast. Always look forward to listening on a long, dreary tram ride home. Tram? Where's this from?
Manchester.
Manchester.
It's a something for your dial-up.
Manchester.
My question is, have you ever
I don't know why I've included this one, to be honest with you.
have you ever orgasmed whilst eating a butternut squash?
No.
All the best, lads. Keep up the good work.
That's it.
Rory X.
Cheers, Rory. No.
I've never had a butternut squash.
In
so-
fact, no, I don't think I have either. And that's a yes from Matthew.
So,
He
yeah,
has done.
in case anyone from work's watching me, yeah, I am ill. Squatting after this. I'm trying to think if any food's made me orgasm. I mean, you'd know really if you were a
Why should
man,
you
really.
think
If
about
you,
it, yeah. No food has made me
Thi-
orgasm.
this duck à l'orange is so good. I've got a hard on. Is you'd remember it, wouldn't you?
Why have you
It's the reason why you. Was there no other good questions? Sweet?
I did it late last night. I was
Oh,
a
right.
bit bored doing it. Mailbag@cultaholic.com.
And if you're a wrestler, because Matthew, you missed it, but last week we read out our first wrestler.
Oh, who was it?
Aria Blake, MJF's associate. She's from Florida. She corrected me. I said she was. Actually, I need to correct this, actually, because she messaged me saying that's all wrong. I said she was from New Jersey. I assumed she was because she was trained by Jay Lethal and he's from New Jersey, but he actually moved to Florida. She's from Florida, and Pacitti got her tag team name wrong. He was like, isn't she in a tag team called... She's in a tag team called the Spoiled Brats, who are your daddy's favourite wrestler, which is like... It's like the Iconics, but like more Indian cool.
They're speaking to me loud and clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pacitti called them the Young Brats. Super kick party.
Right. Yeah, right.
So
Baba Buck's
So-
favourite wrestler.
if you're a wrestler, just get in touch and we'll read out your opinions and that.
And we'll get all your details wrong.
Yeah. We'll get everything wrong about you. So that's mailbag.
See, I thought you were going to say there that actually Johnny Knockout's a really nice man, but that's not the bit you went for, so that's confirmed. Johnny Knockout was a dick.
No, she didn't say he was a dick. Her point that she messaged in with was that Johnny Knockout's a bit of a local... I don't want to say joke.
Who you compared? Dave Benson Phillips. You compared it to last
No,
week.
you.
No, you did.
Why? Because you were just sidetracking the question by talking about Dave Benson Phillips a lot, as we're doing now. Mailbag@cultaholic.com.
I never want that bit to end. That was great.
The big question, you all right, is we're going to just generally talk about Hell in a Cells for a bit, but with the theme of what's the best one. There's been 38 or 37, not including the dark match. I'm working on a list for it.
Wait, a dark match?
Yeah, there was a dark match after a Raw once. John Cena.
Huh?
Jack Swagger was in it. John Cena won. I think it was Jack Swagger, Del Rio, Cena, Punk, and Ziggler.
A dark match, Hell in the Cell?
Yeah. Only one ever. So there's 38 or 37. I've never watched it.
God, that's weird.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm
what's
sure they're all falling off the cell and on top of
Yeah, they were all doing massive bumps.
Or it's Hell in a Cell.
Oh,
Well,
I'll get that. Shut up.
what was your favourite one of all time, Matthew?
I mean, apart from King of the Ring 98, which...
Let's
which
disqualify that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we
mean,
could
come
get
on.
that out of the way.
I mean, it's the most obvious. I mean, don't we? We have to look like we're smart, intellectual, smart fans
You know
or
what?
whatever.
We are wrestling journalists.
I asked Twitter which
Some
one.
of us are co-opted.
I asked Twitter which one they preferred out of that one and the first one, Michaels and Taker, and a lot of people were like, Actually, I prefer Michaels and Taker. I've watched both of them, and I prefer Mankind and Taker easily.
They're both very good for
Yes.
different reasons.
Yes.
I mean, first one obviously fits the story.
Yeah.
They're going all out because Pillman had died the same day.
Yeah, he had. I
Moose is
only recently
Kane,
learned that,
who's
yeah,
still
yeah.
around. Jesus. And it was all the point of Michaels is a. And he said pussy. Can I say that?
I don't know.
Yeah, you say pussy.
He's a big
Coward,
pussy.
just cowardly.
He's
man.
there we go. He's
Yeah.
a big coward. So Undertaker get him in a cell where he cannot escape. And it's obviously he gets screwed out of the match, but in a realistic way with someone making his debut and looking cool. So
James
favourite.
Dixon, our favourite man in wrestling,
Yeah.
pointed out to me once something about that match. Because James Dixon's a massive Bret Hart fan, but he also likes
Yes.
Shawn Michaels a lot. And he says that in this match, and I've seen it for the first time now, Michaels does a mid-air blade job.
he was around for that.
He's
yeah.
given Undertaker's giving him a slingshot back into the cell wall from the outside, and he goes, whoosh, and just it's showing off. He doesn't need to do that. He could just sell on the floor and do it, but he goes. It's genius. It's really good.
Yeah, and Triple H started doing it as well.
Oh wait, of course he did.
believe.
Trying to copy Shawn. God.
Hey, if you're going to steal from the best.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'd say the Batista Triple H blow off.
Oh, when Batista just batters him. The ending.
Yeah, I was going to say, the ending's
Sledgehammer.
great.
Yeah,
It's just like,
yeah.
oh no, Triple H got the sledgehammer. Yeah, but Batista's just so big, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's powerbombs and
Yeah.
pins him. It's awesome.
That's a really good one. Undertaker and Lesnar.
2002, yeah, that was
That's
going to be my
class.
other one.
Heyman gets yanked.
Very bloody match.
Yeah, Undertaker bleeds out.
Lesnar somehow, after, I don't know how, maybe 30 minutes of wrestling, The Undertaker, losing so much blood, flips up a tombstone into an F5, just because, he's a strong man. And also you got that bit where Taker's blood seeps off his head into Brock's mouth, which is delightful. Sorry. I'll tell you what's an underrated one. Triple H and Jericho, Judgment Day.
When they end on the roof.
no, I think it's underrated.
That was the one where Jericho said he was going to fall off Hell in a Cell, but then he went on top of it beforehand
like,
and
no.
went, oh my God,
Oh,
no.
really, did he?
No. Because I think Foley said similar. Says if you got on top to begin with, then
Foley-
looked down and went, no.
Foley lied to Vince, apparently. Vince said, have you been up there? Are you fine? He's like, yep.
Oh.
He hadn't been up, because if he went up, he would have said no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he couldn't back out when he did.
That's not the same story. Can we move on from that? Because that was going to make me sound like a dick.
Go on.
That's very similar to when I took a senton off Damo. It's not.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Man, it's a similar sort of bump. It's absolutely the same. Just because I said you want to practice it first, and he went, "No, you won't do it if we practice first."
Oh, I see.
Because it winded me a little bit. It wasn't like getting chucked off the Hell in a Cell.
We can imagine he obviously if he doesn't like it, he still doesn't hurt you because he'll go down the streets the guy who killed Zac Efron.
Yeah. Oh, Brian Alvarez.
Yes.
We got Brian Alvarez.
Nah, he'd be able to take it.
Yeah.
He'd stand up like
Um,
Undertaker.
Triple H and Undertaker's end of an era match isn't a classic cell match. It's just a good match that happens to be in a cell, but it's really good stuff.
That's one of the best moments as well, with the super kick,
Right, yeah,
chair
yeah, yeah.
shot combos.
Yeah, you remember bits of it. If you remember
Yeah.
bits of it, it's all right. Like if you remember negative bits, like the DX versus McMahon family with Big Show's ass.
That's a
being-
good match. That's a fun match. That's a fun match. I got really defensive there.
He did actually.
That's a really
I think
fun
we just
match.
watched it recently, but I don't remember it.
Shane McMahon's selling terrified me when I was younger. Watching that, he's bleeding out the mouth. He's all paralysed and his eyes are wide. Oh, it's terrifying.
That sounds all right. Trying to think of some other ones. The Batista Undertaker one with Edge making his surprise comeback. Even though I look back at it and go, it's not really much of a surprise. He's on the effing poster.
How did he do that? He was a cameraman.
Yeah, with cameraman.
For the whole match. He's a
I
6'5"
haven't gone
cameraman.
back and checked to see if he's there the entire show.
Right.
Oh, he's got like I think he's got his hair in a hat and anything like
Yeah.
that. So comes out with his jacket.
The best recent one, I think, is Usos and New Day. That was a class match.
That was in
Very
Hell in a Cell.
innovative match.
They
That one.
trapped one of the Usos in the corner with kendo sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. And what, the trombones use as a weapon.
Yes, maybe.
That's right.
I think. Or symbols. Was it,
Yeah,
I think?
that's right. Yeah. God.
Owens and Shane had a very dramatic ending when
I
Sami
don't-
Zayn pulled him out of the way.
I don't want to see Shane, the Shane McMahon.
I'll
stunt
never get
fest.
sick of watching that, mate, because the timing. It's
Oh,
like
that bit actually, yeah. But it's Shane McMahon versus Undertaker was just.
for the love of mankind.
Yeah,
For
go
the love
on.
of mankind. I pick up a bit of paper there, audio listeners.
For love of mankind at WrestleMania, WWE.com, network, $9.99.
Shopped.
Diddlers, don't know what that means.
To be fair, live, we were there for that, and it was
It was amazing.
yeah,
live.
it was ridiculous to see.
Talk about bragging about being somewhere live. Disgusting. But yeah, I bet Yeah, if I was on it, that would be
didn't-
amazing. But it's just Shane McMahon has nothing else.
Yeah.
Like for Undertaker to drag him back and pick him up and say, "No," I'm like, "Oh, wait, man." Like he's like Royce Gracie or something. But anyway, enough Shane bashing. I'm trying to think of other Hell in the Cells that have
Edge
no-
Undertaker at SummerSlam. That was a good
That's a
one.
good one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because
Edge. Apparently, Edge pitched. This is going off Justin Henry's articles on Cultaholic.com. Edge pitched to be a tombstone on top of the cell. And Undertaker was like, "Are you mad?" So the compromise was the old choke slam through the ring off the ladder.
what,
Isn't
what,
that
what was mad about it? Wasn't Edge like, "Well, my head's going to be here. Well, he's going to
It's
be
the
here.
risk,
I'm going
it's
to be
the
here."
risk involved with if the cage gives way. He's just going to go.
Oh, okay.
So
I think
I thought the only reason to go through it if it was rigged anyway.
it looks
Oh,
a bit.
maybe not.
Sometimes
Alright,
when you
maybe
see them
don't trust
walking
this
about on it, it's a bit like, whoa.
Well, obviously, making
Triple H.
Undertaker.
Triple H, yeah, and the thing
That's a
big as
class
well.
one.
They both like go through it and go down a bit. Which is that one rigged one. They forgot which one was rigged. I didn't realize it was all of them.
No, I don't know.
Alright, fair
Just
enough.
mustn't trust their own handiwork.
Yeah.
But like,
To be
no,
fair-
that'd be awesome. He gives a tombstone. He goes through the cell. That's like
To be fair, if I was
He's dead if he does.
to be fair, if I was in a Hell in a Cell match, even if I'd been reassured that the ceiling's not going to cave like in, I'd still be like wary about it. I'd still be like, well, I can see through it. It's a bit dodgy. I was also going to say that another good one, and I'd forgotten it. No, apparently I had a story about Edge and Taker.
Okay.
Isn't that the one that apparently Michael Hayes took the bump for Edge in practice to make
Yeah,
sure it
I've
was
heard
safe?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Hayes goes, well, you're not doing it until I've done it first to see if it's safe or not. And
you
then
went, "You okay?" And you went, "Dude."
just got old Michael Hayes climbing a ladder in the cell and just falls and goes through the ring.
I think they just mess with people backstage. Yeah, you're taking a bump. You could be in the match. What else? Oh, the Rollins Ambrose.
Yeah.
Which,
The one where they just took the bump for no reason.
When they fell to the
Hell in
side.
the Cell, they've got to do it. There
right.
you go.
But you know what? That worked for me because the intensity Ambrose and Rollins had at that time was better than anything
But-
else that company was doing. Which then
Is that
sadly
the
then
one-
went to Roman Reigns versus Lesnar. But whatever.
I was going to say, is that the one, though, that ended with Bray Wyatt's holographic interference?
I tell
Yeah.
you, like really, I thought, oh, okay, Ambrose is going to feud with Bray Wyatt until WrestleMania, and then it'd be Ambrose Rollins at WrestleMania. Ambrose will win because that's one that makes sense and has the biggest storyline. And
was
then it
Ambrose
didn't
and
happen
Corbin.
because wrestling.
It was Ambrose and Corbin, wasn't it, in the end?
No,
Or was that a
was
different WrestleMania?
No, it was WrestleMania 31 was the
Ambrose and...
because I went
Ambrose in the ladder match, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, in the
just
Continental.
with-
Yeah. Oh, I'm 2
yeah.
years
If that
ahead.
happened, if that happened today, they'd be the people attacking the Shield now. The
Under-
unused baddies.
Gonna get me bollocks out here. Underrated moment is from Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns, and Reigns spears Wyatt through the table. Very underrated moment in Hell in a Cell history.
I hated those matches because not because of Bray Wyatt, because he's usually bad in these things. Because Roman Reigns, like Bray Wyatt's like, "I'm going to kill your family. I'm going to do all this. I'm going to have a rocking chair and be all scary." Roman's like, "Okay." Side headlock. Like, "I'll kill you." Nothing like
Maybe
that.
if he's got him there, they can't kill the family, can he? He's just
Yeah.
keeping an eye on him.
Okay, yeah, you got me there.
Uh,
That's it. The golden Hell in a Cell goes, "You first, Bray." Okay, locks the door. Bye. And it's enough memories.
Wonderful.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's great.
a very in-depth discussion.
Yeah.
Nice trip down memory lane.
Yeah. Do you want to do the outro?
I'd love to do the outro.
Go on.
I've been Mafu, as seen in America. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. No, really, they're all great. I can't talk about them enough. This is actually StarCast 319's T-shirt, which I hope it happens. You can buy it from, I don't know, Conrad Thompson. If you give him money, I'm sure he'll be happy. You can see me at Manchester MediaCon
Wrestling
with Meltzer and
MediaCon.
Moose
And us.
And us.
and Matthew's mates. There we go. So,
WrestlingMediaCon.com for
Matthew's
details.
mates.
Saturday and Sunday
Celebration.
this week. In fact, at
And
the
memes.
time you're seeing this, you've got to decide to go like now and then book your training.
Ah,
there
it's,
and get
it's
it
tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
it
it's
starts.
tomorrow morning, yeah. So good luck with that.
yeah.
Our Patreon is patreon.com/cultaholic. Our mailbag address is mailbag@cultaholic.com.
Ross.
At Ross on Wrestling on the Twitter for me.
At Jack the Jobber.
Bye.
And I've been Matthew Gregg. And this has been New Jack. New Jack, what do the Bellas do? That's great. Thank you very much.
For audio listeners, Matthew just threw the puppet across the room. Got to think about them as well, you know.
Excellent. Bye-bye.